Good evening, everybody. Mangy the Moose is here. How's everybody doing tonight? Once again, thank you very much for all your likes and comments. Appreciate that. It means a lot. It's nice to, get started in this and, have a little bit of support. I thought that I'd make a video or two, and, I was surprised, one person seeing it, let alone as many as that have. It's crazy. Thank you very much. So I got a few things for you tonight. I think I've got this screen capture figured out. Hopefully this works, and if it does, then hold on, because I got some things that might pop your lid. One other thing I just wanted to address there, the people, talking about saying my name's gross and all that. You guys got to understand that up here in Canada, you got to have a little bit of humor. If you don't have a sense of humor, you'll end up hanging yourself from the tall part of your igloo. So, I figured that mangy moose knuckle was a little bit better than sour squash snatch. But hey, who's paying attention? Anyway, okay, first thing I wanted to get at here is I had one more thing I wanted to talk about there, show you about the crop circle. Where is it here? When you're making a video with the phone, there's no stopping or editing or any of that, so I didn't really quite get everything out I wanted to say. Or just one more thing I wanted to point out, basically. So obviously I told you guys that this pentagram has a mathematical value of 180 or 180 degrees. So I also realized that 180 could be 180 days, which would, like I said, bring us to December 20th. But it's also, it's only 180 degrees to get to the finish part of this here. So 180 degrees, 180 days. Not sure the correlation there, but maybe that's what it is. It's 180 days out before this is come full around. To me, that's something that kind of makes sense. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Would have to revert back to Naughty Beaver's infinite wisdom about that one. But yeah, so 180 degrees. So anyway, that being said, I thought I would show you guys first a couple things that where is it here? I thought first of all I'd show you guys the two videos that basically started me off down this crazy rabbit hole. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this or know who these guys are. If you have, bear with me a second, it won't be long. I just want to show somebody else in case they haven't seen it. This guy here is I guess somewhat of a preacher, minister type guy, and I just wanted to show you what he had said. Mind you that he made this video, I think it was about six months or a year before the great sign happened. So just listen to what he says here, a couple seconds of it here.
Then there'll be another set. All right, so now take the distance from the woman in the sky. Now the woman in the sky, she's got all these signs, plus she's to give birth. Remember that? In Revelation 12, she's supposed to give birth. Well, if you're supposed to give birth around that date, then something significant should happen 9 months before. It's called conception. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to give you the date. Count 9 months from the 23rd of September, and let's just see if anything happens. Put it on your calendar. All right? Around that time, we should see a conception, which is the 23rd of December, 2016. I have a friend who does.
So he thinks at this point that something's going to happen on the 23rd of December 2016. Now this video was made, I guess, shortly after the 23rd, and this was apparently quite a big deal at the time. And this, like I said, this video here, this next one I'm about to show you, this was the very first video I had seen that started me off down this rabbit hole of the whole thing. And just look at what you guys, I'm gonna try to put some links afterwards for you guys to check these out if you want to afterwards. But I just want to show you the beginning here of what he says here at the beginning, which is basically the date that this other guy just said. I guess you just gonna have to read it. I don't think they're saying anything. So to me, that's a little crazy. So like I said, this video here, I'll leave a link for it. This was the first video I had seen that that really really started me off down the path. So I'll leave links for it if you guys want to watch those on your own time. You can go ahead. Okay, and now for the bread and butter. Got a few things to show you here. You know, we've got it's nice to, you know, see all these videos that people put up of you know, things that other people have seen, or somebody have seen through somebody else, or whatever. I have a couple things for you guys tonight that I captured myself with my own camera, or I have one of those little webcams I picked up at Costco for like 60 bucks. I put it overlooking kind of like my driveway, but I get a really good view of the sky. Half the time I have it pointed up at the sky trying to catch stuff. So I have a few screenshots for you to show you, and I also want to talk to you guys about, I noticed somebody left a few comments talking about sleeping, having shitty sleeps, not sleeping well. I want to tell you guys basically I've been going through the same thing. My sleep is it's okay, but it's completely off kilter right now. I guess it helps that I don't work. I'm off on disability. I almost died a couple of years ago. Have serious medical issues. They weren't of the mental kind, like naughties. Yeah. My body kind of gave out on me. So this is why I also have a lot of time to do this kind of stuff. Like I said, I almost died a couple of years ago. I had 8 blood clots in one lung and 7 in the other. Just about killed me, and then I was in the hospital for about 3 months. They treated me like a piece of glass, and then afterwards the doctors said that they'd never let me work again. They've got me on so many meds, it's not funny. So like I said, I've got time to you know, use the camera and get out and take some pictures and take some video, and of course allow my sleep to, you know, dictate to me when I'm awake and when I'm asleep. But what I wanted to mention before I forget is that like I said, I don't know if your sleeping's kind of screwed up, but my sleeping is whack. But I wanted to tell you about something. This is something that I couldn't really tell anybody else, because, you know, you tell your family about this stuff and your friends, and they just think you're fucking nuts. And this one I don't think I've told anybody. I might have told my my one buddy, but I don't think I've really told anybody. Which leads what I'm about to tell you afterwards. This is what I went out the next night and kind of scoured the sky, because I felt and I knew something was going on. Something was either targeting me or kind of, I don't know. Anyways, I was sleeping in the middle of the night. I woke up to this noise in my head, like it was like a kind of like a buzzing, almost like a loud computer type, like somebody was trying to download or upload something to my noodle. I don't even know what exactly it was, but it was so loud it woke me up to the point where I, from a dead sleep, was, before I knew it, before I even really came to, I was standing straight up in bed. And it kind of scared me a little bit, but not too much. I just startled me more than anything. I just didn't know what it was. Like, what the hell? Like, it was like this loud computer. It's kind of hard to describe. It reminded me of something from, you know, like from a computer. Like I don't know, hard to explain. But so like I said, so after that happened, that next night, I went out to the front yard and I sat there with a camera. And the other thing I use, which I've got a lot of my footage here of, is I use a night vision camera, video recorder type thing. It's a Bushnell, I'm not sure what it's called, but anyways, so I captured what I think is like a UFO. Maybe it was like a main ship, and then maybe something like he sent down something like a drone, maybe. I don't know. I think this is what it was. What I captured this thing going over, just over top of the rooftops. When I captured it, it was literally, I'm going to say, no more than 30-40 feet above the houses. And I captured it literally, it was no further than about maybe 100 yards, about between a football field and half a football field away from me. I had this camera, this night vision thing, on a tripod. And when I seen it, I had to literally pick the tripod up. So at the beginning of it, it's kind of you know, steady. But as it gets further on, I had to pick up the whole tripod and try to capture it going, just starting to go out of view. So let's show you that here. Where are we? Okay, we can show you first what I think was like the thing that brought it down. UFO pulsing 2. Okay, here we go. Oh, actually, hang on, let me open this with QuickTime. I can stop it better. Come on, baby. This should work. Open with. Make this bigger for you. So obviously you see a lot of snow. It's snowy, kind of. That's, like I said, that's That's me using the night vision. That's the way it looks. Night vision's got different settings. You can use the infrared, or you can turn off the infrared and use, basically you're using like the moonlight. So at this point all I'm using is a moonlight. So if I knew how to use the Photoshop elements, I could probably clean up this snow, but I can't figure that shit out. So this is kind of the best I can kind of show you. This is the side of the house, and this is that thing coming down. I've seen it coming down from a good height. Let me just back it up. You can see it's this thing right here. If you guys can see my mouse, as you can watch, it'll pulse. It'll kind of get big. See there, it gets big and then it goes small. Like as it's coming down, this thing is like, it's pulsing. It's like whoa, 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 whoa. It's got this weird pulsing to it. There it is, there in the middle. So it's pulsing as it's coming down, and then somewhere just out of view, I've seen it stop. And then when it stopped, within a couple minutes, maybe this is a pulsar here too. Oh yeah, this is the better video I wanted to show you in the first place. So like I said, you can see that this is the treetops right here. You know, this bloody thing is, you know, I'm gonna say about 100 yards, if that, maybe above the treetops. You know, and where I live in a pretty rural place. Like it's you know, it's a city. I'm not exactly, you know, I don't live in Toronto. I'm outside of Toronto. But there's still, you know, almost 500,000 people, I think, that live in this city. So, but it's still kind of considered a smaller city. But anyway, check this out. So like I said, this is the treetops, and then this thing kind of comes down. Maybe it's still, yeah, maybe, I think this is where it kind of got to. Like I said, sorry about the shakiness. But like I said, probably it's easier, it looks better if I just kind of move it along. So when it got to where it stopped, like I said, it stopped pulsing, and then it kind of just stopped. And like I said, as you can see there, here's the treetops. Here's this thing here, like, you know, I'm going to say maybe 60, 70, 75 feet above the treetops, this thing came and stopped. I wish I would have got the other thing. I actually seen what looked to me kind of like a drone coming out of this thing. I wasn't quick enough on the draw to catch it, but what I do have here to show you, just to show you that, okay, you know, okay, Mangy, sure, you know what the hell, this is just a plane or something, right? I have something here, an actual plane. Okay, this is an actual plane. I recorded it with the same device just to show you that, you know, I'm not just showing you planes here. Okay, this is what a plane looks like with the night vision. I don't know if I can. I'll probably just play it and see how it looks. Okay, that's a plane. You can clearly see. There's not much of it, not long, but play it for you one more time. You can clearly see that. You know, you can clearly see that's a plane. It's flashing in multiple points, and it's at that point it's pretty high up. I think I zoomed in a bit on it, but that's what a plane looks like with the night vision. And where are we here? Okay, the second pass, because this thing, I actually caught it twice. Here we go, UFO's first pass. So like I said, now this thing here that I believe to be something like a drone. To me, it was small. It was really small. It didn't make a peep. It was quiet. And like I said, and this thing came down, and I mean, this thing, I could see it. It was literally almost touching the top of the trees as it was going by. It came really low, and I think this thing was going around, and it was, I don't know, buzzing people. I don't know if this is the thing that rang my bell or what, but I tell you, it was pretty coincidental to see this the next night, right? So check this out. This is the first pass. This is not a very good. I had to pause it here. So it's kind of got these two lights on it that were, you know, pretty hard to see. I could see because I got the night vision on it, and night vision is very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very it captures, you know, low light. So when it sees a light, that might look bright, but it wasn't very bright. So like I said, this is just a first pass. I just kind of caught a glimpse of it. The next one is a little bit better. You can see it a little bit clearly going over the top of the trees. So like I said, this wasn't a very good one, but it's just a first pass. I seen it. So at this point here, this is the top of, like, I live in a townhouse complex, and this is the top of the townhouse. Okay, so this thing is not much higher, you know. Obviously with the angle, it's probably, you know, a couple hundred feet off the end of the townhouses. So it's you know, not very high up, and it was, like I said, the thing was small, you know, and like I said, this was at, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, it's not like people are out flying their drones or you know, doing any shit like that. So, you know, what the hell else could it be? So as I get through it here, you'll see this thing. It goes over towards the townhouses, and then you'll actually see it drop down lower. I guess maybe it noticed I was watching it, because it was going along, and then it dropped down through the trees. And like I said, I've got this thing on a tripod at this moment, and then as it's kind of going out of view, I have to grab the whole tripod, lift the thing up, and try to stand up and capture the whole thing. So at the end, it kind of jerks out of my hand a bit, but you can see after I get it back on it, you can see it go down below the tree, and you'll actually see the lights. You'll see the lights below the tree line. Here, watch. I'll pause that, and I'll just use this thing here to. So as you see here, this thing is right at the tree tops, and then, you know, I give a good shake to get it. I try to stand up with this thing in my hand, and then you can see at this point right here, you know, this thing is already starting to take cover in the trees. All right, there you go. You can kind of see it there. It's, I don't know. Like I said, I can't see people, you know. Like I said, drones make noise. I'm not an idiot, you know. Like, I know what a drone sounds like. I got a few buddies that have them. I've messed around with them myself. That was all it was there, really, that I captured, I believe. But like I said, there, you can see where the townhouses are, and, you know, and the trees right there. I know it's shaky as hell, but, you know, there's the townhouse. You know, this thing at this point, it's probably no more than 60 feet away from me. And I mean, you know, being at 3 o'clock in the morning, There was nobody outside. I was the only person outside in the complex. There wasn't, you could drop a pin and hear it, 300 feet away, let alone 100 feet away. So, and this thing didn't make a peep. It was quiet as hell. It was quiet as hell. It blew me away. I was like, holy shit, what's this? So that's my UFO. What else we got here for you? Okay. Now with this night vision, I caught a couple things that I honestly still can't believe. This is one picture I caught. This is with the night vision. I don't know how the hell you couldn't see this looking at it with your naked eye. I take the night vision and I look up and I could see this with the night vision. I don't know how or why. Jeff P talks about there being cloaking devices and whatnot. But maybe I might have captured the Nibiru or whatever, and that might be the Blue Kachina or something. I don't really know, but this here I could see. This kind of just looked like a star at first, but it wasn't that bright. But when I put the night vision up to it, it lit up like a candle or a fire or whatever. And this is what I captured. I can't even explain it, but there it is. Okay, what else we got here for you? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys this. This is something that I can't remember who was talking about this. Maybe Naughty was, or maybe somebody else. Steve from WSO. I'm not sure. But I was looking at this and I thought, you know what, this could be. I'm thinking this could be actually a reflection of that ship with the rings around it. And these little things here could be reflections from the rest of the armada. These could be little ships here, like how you see in that one picture with them close to the sun. This could be like a reflection beside the sun, catching one of those, one of those lenses from the lensing system or whatever. When I seen that, that's the first thing I thought of. Thought I'd show you guys that. What else we got here? I've been looking more into this this Denver airport. Where's the? I did have a clip here. I don't know. I don't think I had it saved for us. This Denver airport, this thing is really creepy. I don't know if you guys have seen anything about this. A few other YouTubers have mentioned it lately. I started having a look at it too. I actually believe that for some reason some of this imagery has got something to do with or ties into some of the Nostradamus pictures. I've been having a look at a few things. I'm still working on it, to be honest with you, but I just thought I'd show you. Where is that one picture that I kind of correlated here? Where did it go? Like I said, bear with me. I'm kind of new at this, so I don't. Where the hell did I put it? What did I want to show here? Okay. okay, I remember now. Let's see if I can find it. There's the one picture with the bird. Where the hell is it? Oh, I think this is it actually. The hell is this? No, that's not it. Oh, this is the image. I'm trying to get the full one where he's got a bird on his head. Where the hell did it go? Not that one. Well, there's one of the white birds, but there was a specific picture with it might be this one, but I can't see the top of it. Oh, where is it? Okay, I'm not seeing it. Alright, I'll have to figure that out later, and let me just try to fix this here. See if I can't find it. Okay. Oh, that's the blackbird. Okay. Well, I was looking for the white bird. There's another one of his pictures has got a white bird here. There it is. Okay, I believe that this white bird might actually be, fix this here. No, not that one. Hang on. I'll get it here. There we go. I believe that white bird just might be under this crazy Russian Nazi sword. So something tells me that some of these pictures, for some reason, they might be, you know, related or something got to do with each other. Like I said, I'm just showing you this just because this is kind of one of the things I'm going to be working on next. Oh, hang on, I still needed that. Okay, now like I said, here's what do we got here? Oh yeah, okay, so this is my webcam looking at my front. And so this, I'm actually looking south. So this would be looking this way would be south. Looking this way would be east, and of course this way would be west. So as you can see here, we've got the sun. The sun's over here. This is somewhat in the morning time. The sun's kind of coming down here. You can see the sun on the trees here. Well, I looked over to the right, and I've got this other light coming from over here. It was a little crazy. What else? Oh, that's a bit older too. I guess I should tell you that as well. But there are just some pictures I wanted to show you. there's a picture of, I believe I've caught that thing that Jeff Pease talked about it quite often, with the lens kind of, if you know what I'm talking about. Now I'm not sure if this was some type of one of those plasma exchanges or something, because I don't know. Have you ever seen a cloud that looked like that before? I don't know. That didn't. That kind of looks more like a cloud there, but there was it looked a little different there. I don't know. To me, that just looked really odd. It wasn't like a tornado. It was calm. It was a calm day. Just an odd picture. I thought I'd show you. What else do we got here? Oh yes, okay. Sorry, I gotta open this with okay, now this is another thing I caught with the night vision. If this will open for me. This was pretty crazy. Open up, you son of a bitch. Come on. Open with. Are you kidding me right now? Open with. Open, you son of a bitch. Really? Oh, here we go. Okay, this is with oh sure, now I got 10 pictures opening up. This I captured I'm zooming in on an orb I seen with the night vision camera, and it looked pretty wild. Okay, I guess I can close a couple of them. QuickTime doesn't usually take that long to open. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Let's big this up for you. So I'm capturing this. It's not that big. I am zoomed in a bit, but it was 3-4 times bigger than a star. Because my night vision little handheld camera thing, it only goes to a 6-time zoom. So, how big could you zoom in on, even if it was a star? You can kind of almost see it at some point there. Something looks like something went in front of it over here. Where was it? Right, somewhere right about here. Where to go? Yeah, right there. Not sure what that is there. But this thing was wild, man. And like I said, you couldn't see this with your naked eye. Looking up in the sky, you didn't see shit. But I think that the key to seeing a lot of these things that we're going to start seeing in our skies is night vision. I'm not sure if anybody knows or not, but night vision is actually alien technology that we backward engineered from the stuff that they got at Roswell. It's where they got the night vision. It's where they got the computer chips. A whole bunch of stuff that our modern technology, where it came from. And that's another thing I wanted to tell people. It really wouldn't hurt if you haven't seen it before, or even if you have, to go back and watch it again. Is to go back and watch Ancient Aliens. If you don't have it recorded, it's not too difficult to get on an Android box or look at that thing. I don't know. I've never really looked to see if it actually is turning or not, but it's kind of, I guess you can't tell. Now, see, now if I had the Photoshop and a Photoshop figured out, I could clean this up and probably get some detail off this thing, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing with the Photoshop. So maybe if I can figure it out. I think this is the same. I'm pretty sure this might be the same one. If I don't have to wait for half an hour for it to open up. Yeah, so like I said, you know, go back and watch Ancient Aliens. I think a lot of that stuff will start, you know, either make sense, or it might be related to a lot of the stuff that we're starting to see and we're starting to, you know, figure out. It might, you know, it might coalesce. Yeah, this is just the same thing, I think. Okay, oh yeah, I also have I caught a chemtrailer with this night vision. I don't know if any of you guys are longtime subscribers to Steve Olson over at WSO. I used to send him a lot of stuff. He actually, I believe he actually played this in one of his videos. I guess about a year ago. Like I said, this is a little bit older. A couple of these things were older, but mostly everything else was fairly new. But like I said, this is another example to show you what a plane looks like through my night vision. So what I was showing you earlier, it's pretty clear to tell it wasn't, you know, me just capturing a plane. So this is a chemtrailer, I guess, at nighttime. You can see him flashing. You can see his you can see his chemtrail behind him. It still shocks me that people still don't see this and well, not see it, I guess, don't believe it. Half the time there's not really much to see because all you look up and see is a gray haze every day, you know. But to me, it shocks me how most people just don't even want to know about what's going on, you know. Like I tried telling my mom, and she's like, you know, I don't care, you know, I don't care if something's gonna come, let it come. Like I don't know if most people's friends and family are like that, but I try to talk to my family a little bit about it, and they just think I'm, you know, off my rocker. So I think that's it for the show. I believe that's it. Let me check my cue cards here. I might have written something else down. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to tell you I'm working on was, let me see if I can quickly pull it up for you. So I said I'm going to try to leave links for these couple videos. Like I said, that when I first started, it's what got me going down the rabbit hole. One thing I'm going to work on here, and I really think it means something, was that 5-sided pentagram, the mathematical value. Actually, I don't need to show you. I'll just work on it, and when I got it figured out, I'll put it in another video. So I believe that's it, folks. I appreciate your patience. Like I said, I'm new to this, so I don't even know if this has worked, but if it has, awesome. And I appreciate your patience. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, I guess is what they say. And you know, one more thanks to Naughty Beaver. You know, obviously I wouldn't have anybody probably watch me if he didn't catch it. I'm hoping that he got a chance to see my last video. If he hasn't, maybe you guys could send him a message. Enough people tell him to check it out, because I think it might, you know, help him figure out that that crop circle and that Nostradamus picture. Anyway, thank you very much, and moose out.